Still even.
We're live.
Okay, so here we go. Still even. 327 for 5. India, one more wicket would have been India's session. 327 for 6 would have been India's session, slightly towards India. Post lunch, 1 hour, another couple of wickets, once again makes it towards India. This is very much in the balance. India bowled reasonably better compared to yesterday. Started poorly, that 4 and 6 of Harry Brook, but thereafter Prasidh picking up a wicket. Siraj bowled an inspired spell. Jasprit Bumrah bowled reasonably okay. Shardul Thakur, but you know what? Repeatedly that drop catch, Rishabh Pant, Harry Brook could have been out for 0. Once again that edge, Rishabh Pant dropping, and then Sai Sudarshan anticipating. Once you've anticipated, you take it.
Yeah.
And these kind of half chances will come back to haunt India. This could have been 7. 4 catches dropped. 4 catches dropped. Yesterday, Ravindra Jadeja, Yashasvi Jaiswal. Today, Rishabh Pant and Sai Sudarshan if you take a half chance. Plus, you've got 1 wicket of a no ball. Think about that and put it in context.
A total of 5 wickets gone to waste. 5 efforts, 5 opportunities that should have been taken by India. That Rishabh Pant catch should have been taken. Sai Sudarshan, I know he moved a little to his left and the catch went to his right, but it did almost touch his hand. So there was a chance there. There was a fair chance there. Yashasvi Jaiswal, that should have stuck in his hands. It landed in his hands. Same for Ravindra Jadeja. All of these catches, they were not really the most difficult catches, yet somehow, call it luck, call it fate, it did not go India's way. And these, on any other day, these catches could have been taken.
100%.
Is it pressure? I don't know.
Not at all. I mean, Rishabh Pant, that he just came up, that the timing of when you are coming up, when you're a wicketkeeper, that ball had a tad more bounce. There was a clear edge. That should have been taken by Pant here. And he's done hundreds of that. So this is where India kind of falls short. Okay. So this is where India is kind of falling short, because time and again, you are creating opportunities. 4 opportunities go begging. 2 yesterday, 2 today. And that's where England is making the most of these chances. And it kind of deflates the fielding side quite a bit.
Absolutely.
Mohammad Siraj bowled a decent spell. Came first change today. Prasidh Krishna, once you get a wicket, you bowl with more fire. Shardul Thakur, after that first loose ball outside, bowled a couple of decent overs where he got the line right. Better from India, but in the field, more intensity, much better needed. Because clearly, this match is in the balance. England gets a lead. We've been saying this for a long time. England will start to fancy, because you know what? This England side will push India in the second innings. Boom. And that's the wind. Wow. It's the wind. You heard the sound there. The barricade there just fell off. And literally our tripod and cameras are being blown away. Imagine this wind. Imagine the kind of cloud cover, wind. And maybe Shardul's LBW.
Yes, absolutely.
It is because of this. That's where the drift happened.
Well be.
Because of the wind, the ball is it's very strong
and
wind.
Jadeja was also getting decent turn there. So you see that it's still conducive for bowling, and
100%.
also considering the fact that the new ball is available in just a few more overs.
You've taken the words of my mouth. That's going to be the decider.
Yes.
A Jasprit Bumrah, Mohammad Siraj spell with the new ball, the middle order, lower middle order left.
Dangerous.
That is where India will have to make inroads. The new ball is 3 overs due, and once that happens, Jasprit Bumrah, they'll quickly bowl an over with Jadeja, maybe just get 1 more over from the other side with a part-time, or even a Karun Nair might bowl the 79th, and then that 10 over burst, 5 overs from Jasprit Bumrah, 5 overs from Mohammad Siraj, possibly could decide this innings. And if they get a couple there, should with the new ball, because these conditions, overhead conditions, the new ball will move. And after 7-8 overs, once the lacquer is gone, more so with the Duke's ball, at least till the 35th over, even till the 40th, the ball will move. So these are ideal conditions for bowling with the new ball post lunch. Still 150 odd runs to play with.
Yeah.
Close to 150, 144. India still ahead. That's a reasonable amount of runs if you can put pressure post lunch.
Absolutely, and I think that new ball will be instrumental in doing that, especially if a Jasprit Bumrah comes in and puts pressure, which he will take wickets. Hopefully, he gets a couple of wickets. And on from the other end, if you've got, I'm not sure if it will be Prasidh Krishna or Siraj. I think it should be Siraj who should be put on the other end when Jasprit Bumrah is bowling. But if
No,
there is,
Bumrah and Siraj.
yeah, that's how
Yeah.
it should be.
Because it's the new ball. You've got
Absolutely.
to go with Bumrah and Siraj
Absolutely.
and go real push.
If
Go hard.
Yeah, if you put enough pressure in, 150 runs is not a small amount of
Not at
runs.
all.
Not
Not
at
at
all.
all.
It's difficult to get 150 runs in Test cricket. It will take time. It's not like it's T20 cricket and they'll just hit a few sixes and get the 150. On the other hand, England bat team. So the job is far from over. They still have a lot to do. The Indian bowling attack will have to make sure, and this is a concern for the
Two with
Indian
the
bowling.
new ball, and you are into Bryden cast.
Yeah.
Because because that will be number 9.
That will be the last
and then it's,
batter
correct.
that you
And
have.
then it's Shoaib Bashir.
Yes.
And you can
Those
finish
can
it
be
off.
taken.
Yeah, I mean those two, 10 and 11,
But
though
still-
we've seen
still 9.
tails wag. Up to
Strong.
Chris Wokes and Bryden cast, it's a very very good batting lineup. But having said that, Josh Tongue and Shoaib Bashir, India still has a reasonably good chance with the new ball. 77 overs done. Ravindra Jadeja keeping one end tight, has bowled reasonably well,
Yes.
got his line right. And multiple times he also got a bit of bounce where he got those edges. One, he got the ball to move with the arm. He's using the air. He's getting some drift. Sai Sudarshan, had he anticipated Rishabh Pant, we keep coming back to these opportunities. If you observe the game closely, it is not as if England has run away with it.
No, absolutely,
not. And
it still hangs in the balance.
100% it hangs in the balance. Intense session of test match cricket. Once
Yes.
again, 2 wickets to India, 120 runs to England. One more wicket would have made it India's session.
I mean, if that Sai Sudarshan or even that Rishabh Pant catch would have been taken, I think we would have been looking at a very different position now because that Stokes wicket was very important and a great delivery there. But at the same time, if you had gotten one more wicket, that would have been advantage India. India would have gone in after this with pressure back on England. Right now, it still hangs in the balance. But a question that I want to ask you here is, I was once again surprised that Shardul Thakur was not brought on earlier. Do you think he should have been? I mean, when Ravindra Jadeja came in, I thought it should have been Shardul Thakur.
Couple of overs you can say they were trying to keep one end tight. Jadeja bowled okay. Shardul was given a reasonable burst, 3-4 overs,
Yes.
and he did not bowl too badly. And then couple of overs before lunch they gave Jasprit Bumrah a go. So today you can say that okay, India used him reasonably
Well,
okay, and
yeah.
he could have got them that wicket had this wind not been as strong
yeah.
today, because Jamie Smith had missed the line and clearly the ball went down this. If you see this, the
Yes.
wind is very very strong.
Very strong.
It's blowing across, very strong wind, cloud cover, all of these things. Let's take a few questions. I mean, quite a number of questions. We're going to see swing with new ball. Absolutely, Pankaj.
Absolutely, yeah.
You should see movement with the new ball, because these conditions are ideal for fast bowling with the new ball. Jasprit Bumrah and company. Shardul and Prasidh need to be replaced as both lack control. Shubhan Goel. Both have
Look,
been
yes,
underwhelming.
they have been underwhelming. Their performance has been below par. This is not what you expect from a Prasidh Krishna, who's now fairly experienced and has been given a long rope. But going by what Shubman Gill said in that press conference, I think we might just see him in a match or two, because Prasidh Krishna has that skill. He's just not been able to utilize
Not
it.
bowling the lengths.
He's not bowling the right length. That's what I'm saying. Constantly, I've been saying that he's not finding the right areas to bowl in. Otherwise, he has it. Look at that look at the couple of overs that he bowled where he got that wicket. I think that was a phenomenal over from Prasidh Krishna. If he continues to do that, if he finds consistency and discipline, there's no stopping for Prasidh Krishna.
Syed Nizamuddin, drop catches, absolutely. Abhro Mishra Pant, drop catch, and Sai, no batting, no fielding.
You
I
know,
mean,
it's-
don't be hard on him. It
Yeah.
was a 50-50. Dhrubajyoti Sarkar need to be confident. In these conditions, new ball can be lethal. 100% can
Oh,
be
yeah.
lethal with
Oh,
Jasprit Bumrah. Sheila Jyoti Banerjee, fielding not par. Totally agree. Rishiraj Chatterjee, we need Harry Brook and Jamie Smith. Absolutely you do. And that's why the new ball is so critical. Shakti Puri, you cannot win test matches with butterfingers. Very, very right. And that's what Gargi and I are continuously talking about. Uh, Shakti, Pankaj, Amir, and catch drop every day, Amir Ansari. That's a big problem. Suman Avasthi, 50-50 session, punt drop Brook. If Brook was out, it would have been India's. That's exactly what we are
Yes,
saying.
yes.
Shongbit Dotto Bishwas. So, despite this kind of wind, our bowlers couldn't move. This was a 75-year-old ball, 70-over-old ball, 60-over-old ball. The new ball,
Yeah.
the new ball is expected. It's heavy. It's very heavy.
Very heavy.
These conditions.
And the breeze is so strong.
Yeah, these are conducive conditions for fast bowling, and with the new ball, you've got to do it. Kudos to your team. I always watch your coverage. Convey my wishes to your team, Boria sir, Arvind Krishnamurthy. Thank you very much. Shongbit again. India will have a lead of 50-70 runs, he reckons.
Ideally, they should. Ideally,
If the
they
new
should.
ball talks,
Yes,
if
yes,
the new ball talks, it's
absolutely.
very possible.
And that would be, I think, fair. It would not be a huge advantage for India, but again, at this point, you take anything that you can get. What more?
We need Harry Brook and J. Rishiraj. Okay, plenty more. Prasid got the wicket on a bad ball. Okay. What bad
Okay.
ball? You get a wicket. You get bowl the best balls. You don't get a wicket. There are many balls I remember from the morning session which were Jaffas. Unfortunately, India did not get wickets of those balls. So Jasprit Bumrah, for example, quite a few balls, excellent. Ball moved away at the start of the innings against Harry Brook. Beat him square. Did not get a wicket. Doesn't matter. Prasid got the okay. Indian bowlers are too weak. Didn't think so. Take 2 wickets with the new ball. Spot on. Who's this? Shovik Paul. Ratan Kumar. Credit has to be given to England batters as they are not giving any chance. They've given quite a few chances.
They've given multiple chances. Is that India hasn't capitalized on it yet. Remember, 4 dropped catches that could have changed the course of the entire match by now. And that one no ball as well, which was Jasprit Bumrah's fault, of course. But apart from that, they've given plenty of chances. They've given also that inside edge from Steve Smith. There have been multiple chances
Jamie
like
Smith.
that. Oh, sorry,
Jamie
Jamie Smith. Sorry, my bad. I said Smith and it just rolled off my tongue.
Yeah. Walking alive. I don't see England chasing anything above 280 when it's turning square for Jadeja. 280 is a lot of runs in the 4th innings, but England have done that in the past. So don't put anything past England. They'll try and attack India. If they get off to a flyer, somebody like a Ben Duckett, who will be unconventional, those reverses, laps and all of that. Zach Crawley can be very lethal at the top of the order, can really attack the bowling. So this is quite a classic test match so far.
Yeah.
Very, very good first innings from India, very good first innings from England, shaping up to it'll go to day number 5. So this definitely not a 3-day test match or 2.5-day test match that it's done. This 100% is going to day 5 and there every chance of expecting a result. So this is turning out to be a fantastic start to the series. Prasid don't deserve to play test cricket, lucky, whatever.
No.
Jadeja will take 5 for in the second. Asim Singh in the second innings.
I see Jasprit Bumrah and Siraj taking more wickets, but okay, we can see.
Second innings, yes, there will be there will be more wear and tear.
Yes,
There will be more wear and
yes.
tear for sure. On day 5, there will be some assistance. But remember, today is pretty bleak and dark. And tomorrow all day, in fact, Gargi is
going to
the
be
smarter
cold.
one today with that jeans jacket. I didn't wear one thinking 20, but this wind would have preferred a lighter wind cheater kind of jacket. So tomorrow it's pretty cold. Tomorrow it's 17 and 12. So it'll be very cold, particularly English weather. Even day after 19 and 13, 14 will be pretty chilly. So remember that as well. I've enjoyed this pitch, not gonna lie. Yeah, it's setting it up. It's setting it up with both teams doing well in the first innings.
Yes, it's pretty balanced, I think. Okay.
Okay, folks, you guys keep saying we don't take questions. We are taking, and we both made it a point. Both of us have said we will take as many questions as possible in all our shows.
Okay, Shakti Puri is saying, I think the next hour or so is going to decide the fate of this test match. Absolutely.
The new ball could. The new ball could very well have a telling impact on this test match.
Okay, no, a patriotic Indian is saying, doesn't matter whether it's spinner or fast bowler, always pick your best bowlers. Okay.
Yeah, true. People have done that. I know you're referring to Kuldeep Yadav. That Kuldeep Yadav being here, somebody like a Jamie Smith has never played left arm wrist spin. Kuldeep could have been a handful. I kind of understand that you would say in place of Shardul Thakur. But Shardul Thakur was also expected to do something with the bat, which hasn't happened. So in hindsight, you have a point. But when you went in with a batting lineup like that, you bat deep like England. There was a reason why India went in with this lineup.
Yeah. Okay, Anit Sadhu is saying India will struggle in bowling post Shami. Umesh Ishant, we don't have a proper bench strength to replace such skillful bowlers. We are focused on batting post Kohli era, not on bowling.
Not really. Arshdeep
Right.
Singh, Anshul Kamboj, these are good bowlers. Anshul Kamboj, very decent in
Yes.
these conditions. Mukesh Kumar, do not forget,
You've
also
got
a
a
very
Harshit
good bowler.
Rana.
Harshit Rana is more hit the deck. So
Yes.
you do have a crop. I mean, let them develop. Anshul Kamboj and Mukesh Kumar, both able to swing the ball. Akashdeep Singh, who's here, maybe a bit of a niggle, can do the damage. You've seen Akashdeep bowl well. So it's not a bad crop. So it's Bumrah, Siraj, Arshdeep, Prasid, Mukesh, Akashdeep, Harshit, Anshul Kamboj. I can name you 8 bowlers who are there and thereabouts in international cricket. So not really that we don't have decent bowlers.
Sovik Paul is asking, did you have a chat with Michael and Nasser?
I had a very brief chat with Nasser, who's a good friend of mine, and we've worked together many times in the past. Michael, as in, you mean Atherton, right? Atherton and I, we know each other reasonably well, but he's been busy because he's not only doing commentary, he's doing his pieces. So every time he's got a break from commentary, like us. I mean, we are doing our live shows, and I'm writing multiple pieces. You can check them on the Rev Sports website. So it's hard work. We both, yesterday she said she hardly slept because these are long 16, 17-hour days. So, it's very hard on the body. We come here by 8, 8:30. We start our live by 9. We close our last show by about 9, 9:30 and then go and write. So these are really long, hard days. And same for somebody like an Atherton or a Nas or someone like that. So it's pretty hard on them as well.
Okay, there was one. Where did that go? Oh no. Dawes is saying match lost. Nahi Baba, match not lost yet. That is the beauty of Test cricket. That I think until the end of today, you can tell where the scales are tipping, but at this point, you can't say that.
How is it match lost?
Is
Under
lost.
no
You can't
circumstances
say.
is it match lost.
Shubman Gill as a captain, your thoughts? I think he's been impressive.
Except that Shardul Thakur change, which
yes.
could have been a tad earlier, I don't think he has a problem.
No.
In fact, if you see his reaction, I'll tell you, one ball. I don't know how much you all saw it on telly. There was a ball from Ravindra Jadeja to Harry Brook. It pitched on middle and turned. And Rishabh Pant had gathered it also. Harry Brook was beaten square. Shubman Gill literally did a cartwheel at first slip. He's that intense and that involved. Shubman Gill so far has been a very hands-on captain. Every time he's running up to the bowler, the moment the over ends, he's going and chatting, having a chat, putting his fielders in. Even when there is a drop catch, he keeps cheering them on, egging them on. So far, I've got absolutely no problems with the way Shubman Gill is captain.
Final 2-3 minutes on the show. It's almost.
Let's close it at 1:30.
Okay.
It's 1:31. We'll close it till 1:30.
Arka Roy has sent us a super chat. He's saying, at last At last, I think.
At least
350 is needed in the 4th innings on this pitch.
The pitch will break, but at least there'll be some wear and tear. Ravindra Jadeja will come into play day 4, day 5. But I agree, at least a 300 target would be essential for India, and that is why you've got to stop England from taking any sizable first innings lead. So first, focus on the new ball, take it session by session. This 300 batting second, all of this is a long way away. Because if England gets a lead, then England will put a lot of pressure on India. You've got to make the second new ball count. Try and contain England to under India's score and then think about all of this. So this is a fair distance away. Just play it session by session. That's Test match cricket.
Amitava Mukherjee, and we had discussed about this in the morning. Don't you think sending back Anshul Kamboj instead of retaining him is a mistake? Harshit Rana was retained, but not Kamboj, who was doing much better.
I said this.
Yes,
I said I agree. I kind of agree because you've got an Arshdeep and alongside you've got Akash, who could have retained Anshul Kamboj, who bowled quite beautifully in that match, in that warm-up game, and was getting the ball to shape, was bowling well. So yeah, I mean, I kind of agree that Harshit Rana was asked to stay back. Anshul Kamboj could have been certainly asked to stay back as well.
And a lot of people talking about why Shardul Thakur was not given enough overs today. Still, everyone's kind of saying that because of the weather, the conditions, he could have been swinging the ball.
Look, you see, if you see the way India went about it, they started with Bumrah and Prasidh. First change was Siraj, and from the other side was Jadeja, and then Shardul Thakur came in with a spell, and they went back to Bumrah 2 overs before lunch. So it's not as if Yes, you can say that. You can say in hindsight that why not a couple more overs to Shardul Thakur or a little bit earlier. Give it to him, give him a go, and then get Ravindra Jadeja. But on the other hand, the idea is Shardul Thakur also has this tendency of leaking runs.
Yes.
So with Ravindra Jadeja, you keep one end tight, and that was the idea, or could have been the idea. Yes, I mean, this is one of those marginal calls, and you can absolutely say that Thakur deserved to bowl a little bit earlier.
Okay. Gigi is not the right guy.
How do you know? Come on, boss.
I am in London. I will be meeting you guys at Lord's. So Vic Paul is saying.
Surely, come and see us. Come and see us once we are in London, for sure.
Yes. Pradeep Shinde. Shardul Thakur has only one job. Never mind that. A patriotic Indian is saying we have been missing Bharat Arun as the bowling coach.
Bharat is a top-notch bowling coach. I mean, Mornay's contribution has been questioned in Australia. Mornay's contribution will be questioned here if India doesn't step up. Bharat, I've got great words for Bharat. Firstly, he's very, very close to me, so I know exactly his coaching style. I've had 1 million discussions with him. Even before, this series, I did that long interview with Bharat Arun about the Indian bowling attack, where he talked at length about people like Bumrah and Siraj and what lengths they should bowl here. And Bharat was a superb bowling coach. See, Ravi has always been inspirational. Just met him, by the way, before coming down. Ravi has always been this inspirational figure in the dressing room. But Bharat is that grassroots man. Worked with people at the NCA. Has kind of built these bowlers. Had seen these bowlers evolve. Knows them really well. A grassroots man. Excellent bowling coach. You know what Bharat does? So this is something that he only told me. He said, suppose a bowler comes to him. People say, okay, Gargi, your action, this is a problem. And he says, when you've come to me, clearly you have worked a hell lot on anything.
Yes.
Swing, action. Now, if I go and tell you, Gargi, this is a problem, the first thing you feel is, you feel down.
Negativity.
That, yeah, this is a problem.
Yeah.
So what he says is, he goes and says, Gargi, your action is excellent. You're bowling the right lengths. You're bowling beautifully. Your pace is fine. But you know what? Can you just try this and see if it gets slightly better? And then he will give you 4 suggestions after telling you how good you are. So he makes you feel really pumped up and good and solid, and then says, just try these little changes and check for yourself if it's working or not. If they work, that's Bharat Arun. That's how Bharat Arun used to do his bowling coaching stint.
Incredible. I mean, the stories that you've been telling since the morning. First one, that you
The
talked
bowling.
about the mental exercise of asking the bowlers, did you want to bowl where you bowl today? I think that is one of the most, it brings consciousness back into
And you
your
played
bowling.
the sport, so it's important
Yes.
that you understand these things. I'll tell you another one.
Yes.
So on the eve of the match, all of us reported. You were there. You reported. It's okay. You reported that the Indian bowlers, the ones who are playing, Prasidh, Jasprit, and Mohammad Siraj did not come to train. And it was an optional session.
Yeah.
They did not come to train. Now this started under Bharat, because what happened was, so Bharat was the first one who actually really got sports science in, because he and I have talked about sports science at length and the impact of sports science and the use of sports science. So, and I'll give you another example. So someone like an Ishant Sharma used to bowl the maximum on match eve. He would come and he would just train. He would bowl. So Bharat one time went to Ishant Sharma and said, why are you doing this? Why don't you, on match eve, the match day -1, don't do this. Rather conserve your energy, protect your body, and come and do this tomorrow. And Ishant said, no, I'm not going to name the bowler. Absolute legend of the game. He has told me as much bowling, and that's what I'm doing. And Bharat said, no, it's not one rule for everybody.
Yeah.
I would, again, being Bharat Arun, he said, okay, the player you've just named is an absolute legend. I'm not going to say that, he doesn't know or anything like that. All I'm trying to tell you is, chalo, you are used to this. For 2 matches, you listen to me. For 2 matches, don't bowl on match eve. And if it doesn't work for you, you go back to doing what you're doing. Don't worry about it. Ishant Sharma tried it for 2 matches. The entire Indian team was converted to this.
Wow.
Entire Indian team. And that's when this whole thing that the premier bowlers will not come and bowl. That's what started with Bharat Arun and Ravi Shastri based on this conversation. And once Ishant started, all other bowlers got a buy-in. All other bowlers, 2018 tour of Australia, every other bowler got a buy-in into this format of practice.
Amazing.
And that's how it started.
I mean, when you have people in the setup who really understand what it's like to be out there on the field and understand the pressure and the nerves and what it really takes, how high stakes it is, I think when you have those kind of people, someone like a Bharat Arun, someone like a Ravi Shastri, it changes things for you.
I think last couple of minutes and then we can close. Yeah, let's close it.
Yes.
Okay,
yes.
so
On that note.
we will. What video is this? I hope something not relevant to us.
No, I don't think so.
No. Okay, so Shardul's wife is here. Okay,
Okay.
fingers crossed. She should get some good game, and hopefully Shardul performs as well.
Yes.
Shardul and Mithali are very strong couple. Very, very strong couple. That's all that Gargi and I have for you at this point in time. Lunch and break, last 10 minutes. It's what, 6 o'clock in India. Have a cup of coffee, have a cup of tea, get ready. We will quickly go grab some lunch. Post-lunch with the new ball, India. These overcast conditions, by the way, it's not changed. Let me show you. Let me show you these conditions. Look at this. Look at this. These are really, really overcast conditions. Check. And it's windy and chilly as well. So these are great conditions for faster bowlers to bowl. If India comes with the new cherry and picks a couple of wickets, match on again. This match at this point is in the balance. Join you guys at tea. Hopefully there's no rain. No rain predicted, 20% chance of precipitation. So there'll be no rain. Join you guys at tea. As always, a pleasure to have Gargi with me on the show. Thanks very much for watching.